Alright guys, we're back in the shop again, this time with a sawzall. So the thing about a sawzall is it's not necessarily going to be a precision cut, but it can get you close. In the event that, let's say this was a frame rail again, and it was damaged all the way up to here, but from back here is good, and we're going to section it in somewhere. If we wanted to cut away all this damage at once, the longer blade and everything would allow us to cut through that whole section right here at one time. So utilizing a sawzall is a good way to get rid of damaged parts quickly, but don't cut them up where they need to be sectioned. Cut ahead of them so you could go back with the last tool, the die grinder, and a cutoff wheel to make the precision cuts to get it where it needs to be for you to put in the new segment of metal. So quick demonstration on how this works. This doesn't throw any kind of sparks or anything. All this does is cut in a seesaw motion. Now, although that may seem like it's more precise than the cutoff wheel, you'd be surprised how much less precise it actually is, because you can control the cutoff wheel so much more. So, looking down at that cut right there, you can see that that is nice and clean. It's actually even cleaner than this. But however, you start to look at the backside, you start to see how the angle is not straight. That's the problem you run into whenever you are working with a large blade like that, is you can't keep everything just perfectly square unless it's on some sort of a chop saw. We're not utilizing a chop saw on a chassis. All we were trying to do is knock a big amount of the damage out right off the bat. You don't have to worry about putting heat into the panel as well. This is going to be something that will not warp the panel and so on and so forth. So if you need to take a chunk of damaged metal out quick, that would be a way to do it without having to go through and worry about burning up a bunch of discs or throwing a bunch of sparks or anything like that. Get the big chunk out of the way and then move in and do your precision cuts with a smaller tool to be able to get it to where it needs to be. Stay tuned. I've got another one for you here shortly.